Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Fragbite THOR Open Qualifier number 2. This is an open tournament, so you too can sign up. The winner of every qualifier will get the chance to go to Stockholm, Sweden for a LAN finals for about $20,000. This is a match between 4FC and YR, not UR, from Jordan, as 4FC is from Sweden. And this has also been presented by Cedon. We are from DotaContent.com. I am B-Ball, and with me is Luminous. And we saw after a long, hard game, YR, they came out strong, but unfortunately they could just not seal the deal. 4FC's Void was just too powerful.
4FC's Void was just too powerful. They had Windows opportunity though. They had that one smoke gank. They picked off Void, or forced Void to use a Chronosphere. They picked off the Windrunner, and there was that one push. They got one Rax or one tower, I think it was, and then they could not finish it. I think that was it for YR, and 4FC grind them out eventually. We're gonna see the exact same bans for 4FC. They have the first pick this time. Rubik was the first pick for YR last game. Are we gonna see any wisps?
Well, I'm not too sure. 4FC did play a very, very safe lineup. They really picked around the Rubik, so I guess they showed that they're really not afraid of that Rubik, and that is one thing you can do if you don't pick heroes like Enigma or Tidehunter, and just pick Void, who can also walk through his Chronosphere right now. They're saying, hey, pick Rubik. We know how to play against him. We really don't care if you pick Rubik or not. So a Wisp first pick would not be a bad option, but we'll see. 4FC, not too sure about their overall playstyle. We saw in the last game they played pretty well, got early towers and then got to farm up the Void, but still they must have been a bit worried because there was a period about 15 minutes in the game where they just looked completely helpless. So they pick up the Rubik themselves, saying that even though we don't mind playing against Rubik, we'd rather have it for ourselves.
Yep. 4FC, of course, in the last game also showed that they were a very slow team. They were very deliberate. I mean, 115 creeps on a Chen shows a lot in terms of the playstyle, in terms of what they want to be doing. And they're going to open up with the Rubik here. So again, what we saw from last draft is that Rubik just makes it somewhat difficult for your enemy team to pick it around. Blinker suddenly gets a lot weaker. AoE ultimates suddenly get a lot weaker. Not in the sense that they don't do as much damage or stun as long, but if you mistime it or if you miscommunicate, suddenly you are going to be facing a Ravage in your face, and you don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's definitely the case, as looks like they are having a bit of trouble with this Rubik pickup, as like in the last draft, 4FC did take a long time. They could pick up a safe jungler right here, but most likely they're going to try to get the beginnings of their potential safe lane. Will they try to put on the aggression more early? Will they try to out-turtle 4FC? Really, I mean, it's too early to tell at this stage in the game. But some of the strong heroes still left in the pool. Chen, Enchantress still left in the pool. Invoker still left in the pool. Invoker and Chen are the next pickups for YR. So ultimates that cannot be stolen very easily by Rubik, but you can still steal a number of good spells. So we'll see what 4FC decides to go with this.
Stealing a Tornado from across Rex Invoker is just as good as stealing most AoE ultimates, as it's so much duration, so much damage, and so big of an AoE. Of course, stealing Chen spells aren't exactly game-breaking. I guess you can steal a Centaur if you get Holy Persuasion, but most of the time you won't have that spell stolen. Yeah, I feel like right now the two heroes that you want to have against this Rubik are Invoker and Chen, and I think Wire is opening it up to be pretty good. 4FC is back to them, and let's see if they're going to be building around a very powerful late game carry like they did last game.
Yeah, one thing that is good about Rubik is that you can pretty much pick anything and he'll be good. He can play mid-soul, he can play support to a carry, and he'll still be reasonably effective, especially against huge AoE teamfight ultimates, which YR are picking around so far. Right now, they have so many options they can go for. Like you mentioned, Rubik is just such a versatile hero to play. He's really replaced Windrunner, so maybe we'll see him for the next 2 years as well.
Maybe we're going to see a Spear Breaker.
Man, that would be awesome. Maybe we're going to see an Undying. That would be even more awesome. But no Undying for YR, because if you steal Tombstone, then yeah. But still, not like Undying is a popular pick. Just our wishful thinking. But anyway, 4FC taking a bit of time.
Wishful think. I mean, one can live the dream.
Yeah, Southeast Asians and Chinese sometimes pick Undying, but he's not really a staple in the European scene just yet. But 4FC taking a lot of their reserve time to think about what they want to pick up. They pick up Jakiro, which worked well for them last game. He did not get nearly enough experience, but hey, they don't have a Chen on their team this time, so he'll get a bit more experience. We saw how good Ice Path was in the last game, and the fact that Liquid Fire, they got 3 levels early on, pushed down the top tier 2, or the top 2 towers in a matter of minutes, and they really just ripped through it. They pick up Enchantress as well, so they're going for all-out push at this stage in the game. So what do you think about these picks?
It's gonna be very, very awkward, depending on how Enchantress and Chen jungle against each other. We're gonna if they both end up in jungle, then we're gonna see a lot of early game action. And to be honest, Enchantress generally comes ahead in those kind of engagement. But it's gonna be Juggernaut. We talked about this last game. We see the Chen Juggernaut combo or the Twin Head and Juggernaut combo. So we'll see how this push actually goes. I'm not sure whether it is gonna be good enough because it's so easy to Ice Path and Dual Breath if Jakiro wants to pick that one up. I feel like the 4FC squad has enough to actually repel and slow down this push.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that is important for YR is that right now they do have their jungler and their support hero, or 4FC has their jungler and support hero, so they most likely won't pick up an AA unless they go for like mid-solo AA and just have Rubik push very early. So their healing will go pretty much untouched. Venomancer is the ban by 4FC. But yeah, Juggernaut, very powerful hero, but he's getting banned a lot more than he's getting picked, so it's pretty cool to see him in the game. Once again, it's not like he's an infrequent pick, he just doesn't get picked nearly as much he gets banned.
Yeah, which makes very, very little sense. But hey, we'll take a Juggernaut this game. That's a hero that we don't see too often. And here we go. Venomancer as well as Leshrac being banned up. And the Nature's Prophet for YR. I can't really say who has the advantage in this particular game. One thing I do know, though, is that when Rubik steals your only GG Slash, you cry. Happens way too much in pub games.
Well, if there's a Morphling on YR, he can just steal, morph it all to agility, and then just take that Omni Slash and just get a billion slashes, and then you insta-kill neutrals in one hit, so you can Omni Slash farm the jungle as well.
Morph it all to agility.
Dude, how about if you stack camps with Juggernaut, and since Omni Slash one hits the neutrals now, you just get so much gold. Dang, new meta.
We could Blade Fury that stack camp with that too.
Quiet. Anyway, Shadow Shaman is the ban. So why are banning out powerful support heroes who lane quite well with Juggernaut, but CM is still in the pool, so we'll see if CM does get the pickup for YR. They still need to try and support with the Juggernaut since Chen's going to be in the jungle. Invoker's most likely going to be in the middle lane, so YR had to pick up a support and an off laner. Meanwhile, for FC, they had to pick up perhaps a middle lane and their carry, as well as an off lane.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Crystal Maiden. I feel like she is going to be a decent pickup. She's always a decent pickup, but in this particular game, the ability to freeze Enchantress creeps, if Chen cannot steal them, that's another way to deal with Enchantress. And that way to deal with Enchantress comes right at level 1, which is crucial against Enchantress' early push. Ancient Apparition is a hero that cannot be forgotten, as right now Ancient Apparition is going to be very, very good against YR. 3 healing mechanism up on the YR squad. And the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast is going to be huge. Queen of Pain is going to be the pickup here. Good to see the Queen of Pain in a deserving place of her 4th pick, not a 2nd pick. But you know, it's all good. And
yeah,
another support hero that could be picked up also is Wisp. As don't forget, Healing Ward plus Tether means Juggernaut is getting twice as much healing.
Yeah, that could also be an option. I mean, Wisp tether in with the stun and the Blade Fury, man, that just does so much damage. Before I see, they're not going to pick up an A right now. They don't have any sources of physical damage at the moment. And even if they did pick up the A, they're going to pick up the Luna instead. Going to help out their pushing, help out their early game damage, and that Eclipse will just be very, very good. But hey, Chen soaks it up. Juggernaut, if he's in Blade Fury form, can tank that up. So Luna, Eclipse won't be nearly as important as it was before. Queen of Pain can blink away, but still strong pushing, strong damage output. Luna, solid carry pickup in general.
Yeah, I mean, I think let's not underestimate Enchantress and Windrunner. If 4FC is going to be playing the same way that they were playing last game, aka getting 115 creep kills on your jungle hero, then we might see Enchantress actually carrying it up late game with Acceptor. Windrunner can be a very, very legitimate carry. And also, we are going to see a farming Rubik in this game, as Enchantress and Jakiro will be taking the support role. So farming Rubik also means we might see some quick blinks, quick force F, Cypher Vice, whatever that might be. Juggernaut generally means an early game aggression plan from YR, but so far I'm not sure whether they can find that opening, because against Twin Head, against Rubik, and Enchantress, they are more than enough to slow this push now.
Yeah, I don't know about that 3rd pick Juggernaut, like you mentioned, because right now they have Tornado, and they have 1 slow, not counting any Chen creeps, of course. But they really don't have any way to keep the enemy team in place for Juggernaut in order to kill a lot of heroes, and that's the problem being a melee hero. So Wisp would be a solid pickup. I wonder if we'll see him in right now, but right now, 4FC seem to have a pretty solid lineup, and very, very important to note is that Rubik Nullfield, one of the most underrated passives in the game, will help immensely against Blade Fury, Invoker, Sonic Wave, but Wisp is a pickup, and that makes so much sense. Finally, a way to help lock people in place for Juggernaut to actually go off on the enemies.
Yep, and of course the healing combination of this squad is absolutely insane. Again, don't forget Tether, End of God is like full heal from 0. So this is some crazy stuff coming from YR. Let's introduce the players. Sparta will be playing on the Invoker again. In this particular game, I think it's going to be a Quas Wex build, considering that the crowd control means so much more. The X is going to be playing the Chen Yapzor, the carry player. It's going to be handling the Juggernaut. We have that name on the campaign, and Easer on the Wisp.
Yep, meanwhile Strangby is playing the Rubik, looks like Swan Bomb is playing the Enchantress, ALX is playing the Windrunner, Curly is playing the Luna, and last but not least we do have, can't pull down the menu, as looks like Eris Loco is playing the Twin-Head Dragon, as I was spamming that click onto the menu to see who's playing what. As looks like the people are getting to the lanes. Juggernaut, Smoke and Deceit already picked up 2 Smoke and Deceits picked up by the Chen, so he wants to be very aggressive early on. As looks like Queen of Pain, Wisp has some Observer Wards, and meanwhile mid lane Invoker picks up a very, very early Blades of Attack, so he is going for that Quaswex build.
So this 2 Smoke of Deceit really actually says a lot about the playstyle of YR. They are going to be ultra aggressive early on. We are going to see some push coming in from Juggernaut. You can see that Ring of Protection has already been purchased, and that means it's going to be early game aggression. And this is a way that I want to see YR be playing. They played very aggressive last game. They gave them that good advantage early on walking in mid game, and let's see how well they will do it. Because I think Radiant team, their lineup is fully capable of stopping this aggression. But let's see what YR can do, how many towers they can knock down. It's a good indication of how well they'll be playing through the mid game.
Yeah, but what is important to notice is that, I mean, until Queen of Pain gets a decent amount of tank ability, there's really not too many places, or too many ways to sort of stop a sieging 4FC squad. They have a lot of push going their way. They have Luna with the Glaives and the Lunar Blessing. They have Enchantress. They have Jakiro. So if they start getting their push going, it could be difficult for YR to stop. So right now I am favoring 4FC a little bit more, but if YR can get the ganks going, then they will be okay.
Yeah, ALX is going to be going top lane as a Windrunner. You can see that he's saving up 200 extra gold. This normally means if you're playing, let's say, a melee hero like a top Tide Hunter, you're going to go for either a quick boots or a quick stout shield, depending on the lane that you have. But in this particular case, I think actually going for a quick bottle, if a push is coming your way, might not be too bad. If you could have get up to level 3 and get your level 2 power shot, and if you have that amount of regeneration, you could stop that push out cold.
Yep, so a little bit of lag right now. Just checking out Enchantress's items. She had Observer Wards and Sentry Wards as well. They also had the Courier as well, so probably going to do some dewarding right off the bat, protect their lane a little bit more, and really just pressure out this... are they going to do Queen of Pain long lane solo? It's a little bit too early to tell at this stage in the game, but if they do Queen of Pain long lane solo, she'll just have a miserable time, has no vision, and Twin-Head Dragon will have a pretty decent time harassing her.
I just want to say that Wisp during pause looks crazy. Look at that.
Wisp.
He ain't there.
I can't see him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's a ninja. Ninja Wisp. What? He's just sounding very odd right there. Am I lagging? Okay, can you call? Yeah, no frames dropped on my end, so that was not me. I don't think.
Maybe it was me then.
Maybe it was Chinese government.
Good thing that we are using this pause to figure out all the technical difficulty, and hopefully we're not missing too much more action as this game is about to start. This is a best of 3. This is game number 2 of best of 3. 4FC has took in number 1. And after this, we're going to have the winner of this particular game facing off against No Tide for the winner of this qualifier number 2.
Yep, and they get to go to Stockholm, Sweden to compete for around $20,000. Very, very nice prize pool. And more importantly, a LAN tournament so they can get some experience. People always been begging for more LAN tournaments. This could be an option for them. Right now, Queen of Pain trying to just dance back and forth. Going to hit Enchantress a couple of times, but here comes Luna. Luna, 330 base move speed. They pick up a hasten, but Ice Path freezing her in place. Do they have the Lucid Beam? Oh, Luna went for the Lunar Blessing. But Queen of Pain's going to survive, live to fight another day. But that remains to be seen how long, as Enchantress already dewarding it up. Notice the Observer Ward being placed, just saying, screw that, gonna deward it immediately.
Yeah, and that actually, picking up the haste move is very, very lucky for Queen of Pain. But doesn't mean she's going to actually do anything in the lane. She has 6 tangos, will be using a lot of it right now. And Luna is going to have a free farm time, considering the 2 range support is going to just usher her away. Back in the mid lane, it's going to be a Rubik solo versus Invoker, something that we don't see too often anymore. These 2 heroes do get on the mid lane. Who is your opinion? Who, in your opinion, has the better matchup here?
I think Rubik does. I mean, you can regen Rubik's damage, but you'll just have solo damage to work with. If Rubik just casts the Fable, you can get rune control that way. And he could also just really, really hurt Invoker's damage, especially since he's going Quaswex. He already is suffering from that 4 base damage nerf in that last patch, that it will hurt him. So I think Rubik, if he plays his cards right, will have the laning advantage, as Jakiro is going to swing around, do a bit more acid to that Queen of Pain, who has the level 2, so going to throw the Shadow Strike, do a bit more damage to Eris Loco. But they're just going to trade hits for now. Ice Path going to fly in, and that's going to be the end of that engagement. Queen of Pain doing some significant damage to that support, but all the while Luna is farming.
Yeah, that's a reason to actually pick up the Shadow Strike against a dual tri-lane. Generally, you're not going to be able to do too much. If you don't have the Shadow Strike, you can't.
As I am lagging out, so this is very, very unfortunate. I do apologize, as I have no idea what's wrong. Internet seems fine. I think my Dota 2 just crashed.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, hello?
Hello. Is it my end or your end?
I think it's my end, as my game froze, but I don't know, my internet connection looked like it was fine for a bit, so really, really confused. Maybe college internet is just like, no, you can't do this at this point. You're running out of bandwidth, as that might be a possibility. I'm not too sure. But anyway, game just froze again. I'm not sure what's up.
So haven't been missing too much action in this particular game. I think at First Blood has missed.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I really don't understand what's going on.
You're still lagging quite a bit. How should we solve this? Can you solo cast or should I solo
You
cast?
should
What's the
you
deal?
should put on your stream, because I think it's on my end. I don't know if my university wants me to stream this much, but there's going to be a push on the top lane, as looks like 4FC, they're going to get their tower pushed at the very least. Maybe it'll fix itself, hopefully. As Chen pauses the game, lag is the call, so I'm not too sure.
Hey, what a coincidence.
Yep.
There's lags everywhere.
You should turn on your stream though, just in case. Were you recording this game anyway?
No?
Okay.
Was I supposed to?
Well, it's fine. I'll just probably not upload this game. I don't know. We'll see. People are saying it's Dota, but I mean the Skype call, so I'm not too sure. All I know is I have 0 frames dropped, which is odd. Because usually, if I lag out, my frames drop increase by like 1 billion.
Okay, I have my stream ready to go. If it lags one more time, then I'll start it up.
Okay, sounds good.
Have you found a co-caster for the next series? In the event that I cannot cast?
Hopefully SK has his monitor fixed.
Monitor fixed.
His monitor broke.
I see him in chat.
Yeah, he's probably on a public computer, he said. If not, I can just do solo. It's fine.
Well, I do want to cast 4FC, not 4FC. No Tide.
Yeah. People are saying it's Dota, not my internet, so I think they are...
They're being nice.
They are being nice. Anyway, game is returning. Missed the second kill and the first kill, but the push is coming. How did the first blood go down? They just killed Quap.
I did not see that. I was tapping in and out to make sure that we are okay.
Well, Rubik hits level 6, immediately steals the spell. It is Cold Snap, so that's a pretty good spell to steal. Hold Invoker in place, so that's pretty cool for Rubik. But meanwhile, 4FC gonna take this tower trade, already pushed down the bottom tier 1 tower, and they're going for the next one. They have Enchantress, they have Liquid Fire at level 2, and they're gonna go on Quap, one more beam. Oh, looks like Luna could not catch up. Very unfortunate as the salve is getting popped. Luna just wants to go in like a boss, and gets it like a boss.
I am currently reconnecting back to Dota 2.
So it's Dota, apparently, as meanwhile on the bottom lane, looks like this tower is still yet to fall. The 4FC squad are just able to push in effortlessly at this stage in the game. It's very, very, very bad for them as they are about to get the tier 1 tower at the very least. Juggernaut trying to get the last hit. Finally gets the last hit, but Luna just gets so much gold in that exchange. Has Ring of Basilius turned on the entire time. Going to pick up Ring of Aquila, probably go for drums as well, and then start building towards her damage. And once she gets that, she'll be difficult to stop. Juggernaut, on the other hand, how is he farming? We can just find out very, very soon. Juggernaut getting out farmed by Luna, and tower gold going in favor of Luna as well. So 4FC performing very, very well at this stage in the game.
Yeah, there's just a huge goal lead, 3k goal lead here for the Radiant Sky, and that was after the tower destruction of the top, and let's see how much more can they get. That tower push came, I think, a lot slower than I would like. They had their Bring Up Stays turned on, but they couldn't do too much. The Smoke of Deceit usage has not been too successful, in my imagine. as they don't have any kills right now. Y are looking to set up something on the mid lane, but you can see Strangby playing very, very defensive because heroes are missing off the map, so these guys going to rotate all the way to the bot lane. Invoker is not smoked up. The wards are down, though. So here we go. The dive is going to be going against Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain will be blinking out Krilly very, very fast. There's a tethered forward here, and it's going to try to provide the stun. Oh, the stun just runs out and clips from the skies here, and look at how low the whips are. They're going to focus on Krilly. Krilly down to half HP. Invoker trying to focus and blinking from Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain's going to get the kill. Wow! The deny from the Twin Head Dragon. Here we go. Tornado against the Twin Head. Twin Head is going to go down to stop. But Rubik's going to be coming in. The Fable is going to be burning that one. Wow, what a sick deny. Luna did still go down, so the damage has been done, but no go was earned there for the Dire Squad.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what 4FC could have hoped for, as Invoker's getting Initiate on, Cold Snap coming into effect as well, but unfortunately not enough damage being coming. Even with the double damage, Rubik could not get the kill, so that's unfortunate for him. But still, they devoted 4 heroes again, got 2 kills at the very least, but Chen gonna get chased back. Curly's so fast, pops the drum charges as well. This Chen, one more beam, one more hit, Luna picks up an easy kill. Curly is on a killing spree, did not lose that bounty because he did get denied by his teammate. Meanwhile, Juggernaut just going to farm on the bottom lane, 35 CS, but he looks like he's going to go for Battle Fairy, but still not very tanky, only about 780 HP to work with, so if he does get ganked, he will just die without that backup of the Wisp. And this middle tier 1 tower going to take the fall as well. A couple more hits, double damage. Rubik, that double damage, longest double damage of his life, but Enchantress is going to get tethered. Can they kill the tower? It looks like it's going to get denied, but Enchantress might survive. Wisp trying to cast the spirits. One more spirit ticks in, but not enough damage. The tower will get denied, but they managed to at least keep their heroes, and they're getting map control slowly but surely.
Yeah, they're knocking down those towers 5-2 right now. Wards gets dropped down here by the Wisp. I just want to talk about the item build of the Luna a little bit. Drums, Tranko boots, and it's already putting him at 430, but we'll talk about that later. Strangby finds the Wisp, and the Wisp just gets melted out of existence by a Fable. Strangby will port out as well. Perfect play. Dodges everything, gets a solo kill by himself. Those solo kill mean so much. Rubik already at level 8. Force Staff is going to be his first core item, as it should be. Going to give him the mobility that he needs to steal the spells and get out safely.
Yeah, Luna starting to work her way about 1k gold away from finishing the Yasha, and once she gets that, she will just be on crack 24/7, just moving so fast, so furious, as Juggernaut is starting to get harassed by the Windrunner. What was Windrunner? Windrunner is level 7, so she hurts quite a bit. She has phase boots as well as the buckler, so this Juggernaut is getting pushed back in the lane by a Windrunner, so right now nothing is going in favor of YR. The only thing going in favor of them is that Juggernaut's getting some farm, but if you just look at the hero levels, Wisp level 4, Chen level 4, Queen of Pain level 5, they have the 3 lowest level heroes in the game, and they're going to engage in the middle lane, but looks like YR manages to recognize the situation and back the heck out of there.
Yeah, YR played a very turtle-intensive game, slow game last time, but this one, they're playing offensive, showing that they could play multiple styles, and it really just filters off their support. I feel like the 2 tower on the bot lane meant so much. The core item being picked up, the arcane boots on the Rubik, as well as the support picking up boots, arcane boots on the Enchantress as well. Man, these guys are going to have so much offensive firepower. And Yapzor perhaps should be somewhat careful. He does not have enough mana for both of his spells. 310 is the magical number for there, and Yapzor does have the face boot though, so he's survivable in that nature. But here comes that Twin Head with that level 3 Ice Path.
Yep, as just checking out the last hits, Luna starting to overtake the Juggernaut, so not even that is going to keep it down. But Luna might be in a bit of trouble, has the Blade of Alacrity, but will just get ganked, get sandwiched by many heroes. Invoker so fast without Lex in face, with Luna just faster, very unusual to see. But there's going to engage in, will the Tether Stun actually hit? He's trying to desperately cast Eclipse, did use Eclipse, but died in an instant. Very unfortunate, as that used to be the case in Dota 1. If you killed Luna, the Eclipse would still go on, but not in the case in anymore, as that was a patch change a while ago. But still, Luna took the fall. Unfortunate, but Juggernaut meanwhile died. How did he die?
Yep, Ice Path into a Shackle Shot into yet another Ice Path, because it has very, very low cooldown. And they just chase him out with the physical damage of the phased Woodrunner, as well as, again, don't underestimate Liquid Fire. It does quite a bit of damage for a physical hit from an intelligent support hero.
Yep, Rubik coming in.
Looks like Strangby is looking for a Kinesis. I think they want to chase Queen of Pain away and force a blink back, in which case the trap will be ensnared. Here we go. Queen of Pain blinks back and be like, hey, yo, wrong neighborhood, son. Wrong neighborhood.
You fell into my trap card, is the call by Strangby. if he was actually all chatting this up. But he stole the blink, only level 1 blink, so it's going to be a decent cooldown and not the biggest range, but still has a lot of mobility. Is going to pick up the Force Staff very, very soon. Is it already on the way? It is on the way, so Rubik is so much more mobile now. Managed to pick up a Force Staff. This Rubik is doing just so much work at this stage in the game. And really, this Invoker, unfortunately for him, is not doing nearly as much. Has the phase boots and the drums, but still, the natural move speed of the Luna is just very, very difficult to catch up to. It's going to have a Yasha up very, very soon, and that move speed will about to go through the roof. But it looks like their crew clumping up in the river, managed to get a double danger. Slam Bomb is going to get hit, but pops the Wisps. Can he escape? Oh man, this healing just doing so much work. Chen heal comes down. One more hit on Slam Bomb will take him out, but juking left and right is going to die finally. But Rubik managed to pick up a kill on Wisp in the meantime. Double damage Invoker trying to do as much as possible. Chen's going to take the fall to Luna. Double damage Invoker manages to kill the Rubik, ending the dominating streak. Very important as Wisp or Invoker going to duke it out mano a mano versus the Luna. This Invoker with the double damage gonna get YR back in this game. Nicely done by Sparta.
Triple kill here by Invoker, picking that one up. But on top lane here, looks like a little bit more pushing, and Yaps are having that difficulty. The phase as well as the drum use for the Invoker really made sure he got the kill. I think the Luna actually thought he was able to fight a 1v1 engagement against Invoker, and the 2 chain creep plus a cold snap in that jungle fight really ruined it. So good job by Invoker picking up a triple, putting his team back in the game. But really, that kill doesn't mean too much. I think the second death on Luna is a lot, but they need some buildings, as the tier 1 and tier 1 mid and bot lane are still alive, and that cannot happen for too long.
Yep, it's not like Juggernaut's free farming up. He's having a real difficult time. Nice job by Windrunner and Jakiro just constantly keeping up the pressure. Winner has finished the mechanism, so now they have more survivability, so they can counteract the Hand of God. Ice Path flying in. Will they be able to kill Yaps, or just doing as much harassment as possible, saying, you cannot farm here. What are you doing? Go back home. You are not wanted here. Meanwhile, there's going to be engagement as Wisp and Invoker come in, kill the Enchantress. Invoker picks up a mega kill. This Invoker trying to keep his team in the game, but will it be enough? Because his Juggernaut's not firing, so he's going to have to do all the work.
Yep, Juggernaut, not exactly a supreme late game carry, even if he gets farm, and he is going to get constantly harassed. You can see that the Twin Head Dragon being very patient, but it's going to be a teleport coming in, and it's going to be Sparta going to focus on Alex. Oh, the cold snap plus spin. ALX trying to run out from the side. Very, very low in terms of mana. Mega's already being used in cooldown. Is he going to try to TP out? He's constantly seen, and Omni Slash is going to get the job done. Twin Head has already jet his way out of there. So let's see ya.
Yeah, and this is why last pick Wisp. Not really something you see so very often, but this is why Wisp is so often banned, as Curly's going to stay in the bottom lane. Now has the Yasha, so now has 471 base move speed without activating anything. If he activates the drums, we'll probably have close to max move speed. Very ridiculous. As looks like Juggernaut, will he get pressured? Just checking out the last hits tab, 75 up on the Rubik and Luna. Juggernaut trailing behind with 63. So this Luna getting very farmed. But this Wisp trying to do as much as possible in conjunction with this Invoker to get back in the game. Invoker, 2400 gold in the bank. Will he go for Force Staff? Will he go for an Ultimate Orb and try to build towards the Hex?
No, I'm not too sure. I think both of those items would be good. I think what they need right now is a Force Staff, though. They need to win some early game engagement. And you can see that right now Invoker is already being a very strong offensive beast. Just with those couple points into Wex and Quas, if he picks up the Force Staff, he can play that much more offensive, pick off a lot of squishies. I mean, Slam Bomb's pretty much a free kill. Strangby, if he's stunned up by Cold Snap and whatnot, is a free kill as well. What did Rubik steal? That is an Omni Slash, and gotta be a huge mistake on Juggernaut's part. Wars gets dropped down here, and Tower is gonna get destroyed. Shackle Shot not gonna latch, and it looks like he wants to chase. Invoker in big trouble. He's gonna go down. Sonic Wave, that's gonna hit on everybody, but Eclipse as well. Crilly is gonna get healed by the mech, and he wants Omni Slash, but the spin on the other way by Strangy.
Oh my god, this Rubik!
Now the Wisp in trouble as well. Wisp is gonna go down 3 for nothing so far, and it's gonna be 4 for nothing. Tornado buys. I think he lifts it up in the air, and the EMP does hit everybody, and now looks like he's trying to get his way out. Drum's already on cooldown. He's going to use it one more time. ALX out of mana at this point, but that was a team wipe and a buyback force by the Radiant squad. Huge win by 4FC, and if you look at the go chart, they are really, really ahead at this point.
Well, once again, my Dota 2 is freezing. I'm not too sure why. I am quite upset, since this is so odd. Just checking out the frame drops once again. 0 frame drops. So this is very, very annoying. I'm not too sure what the deal is here. But really nice team fight from 4FC that Rubik just did so much.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Where are you going?
Looks like Winner is going to escape just in time. Queen of Pain is going to take so much damage. Just Rubik with the Blade Fairy just going to town. As it looks like Wisp is going to tether out of there with Invoker. Lucent Beam flying in. Wisp going to take a bunch of damage from the Fable as well. Here comes Curly on the offensive, but just so fast with those drums. Looks like they stole a spell. Would they steal? I think that was Cold Snap. They did steal Cold Snap, but here comes the Juggernaut reinforcing. Omni Slash flying in, immediately butchers up the Enchantress. Can they steal the Omni Slash once again? He wants to. He's gonna get Blade Fairy'd out of there. Curly just so fast, motoring out of there at near max move speed. As looks like this push will be stopped for now. Nice recovery by Wire. They're definitely trying to keep themselves in the game, but will it be too little too late? As Jakiro gonna get stunned. Nice Ice Path. Eclipse is gonna fly in. My god, that's so much damage. Healing Ward immediately gets killed. As Gapsor is going to take the fall as well. Looks like Windrunner is going to die in her place, but this Luna just so fast can outrun a Queen of Pain with the blink. Lucent Beam flying in with the help of the Force Staff. This Rubik and Luna combo just chasing teams down to the end of the earth. One more hit, unfortunately. Oh, Rubik, one more hit, Rubik. Oh, he's not going to be able to get the last hit. Unfortunate for the Rubik, as looks like Queen of Pain is escaping, as I'm going to try to get the call back once more. I don't know, 0 frames dropped and just very confused, so.
Well, I hope you got that team fight, because that was
Yep.
a hell of a team fight.
Yep, I casted that team fight to the best of my ability, but yeah, one more freeze, or next match, if it freezes again, we'll go back to your stream. But anyway, 4RC pulling ahead, Curly just so fast. He is so fast. Luna, this is why I think Luna is one of the better carries. Not even because of the glaze, just because of the move speed. My god.
Yeah, move speed. I mean, he really makes it up by his squishiness with that move speed. He's out of drum charges, so he won't be going for max movement speed anytime soon. But still, I mean, look at that. He's already now is going to be flash farming with the glaze ability. That another reason to make him very, very powerful. And again, another carry that could really help out in those team fights. We saw those Eclipse do massive amount of damage. But looks like the Dire team is looking for a Roshan spot. It's safe to say that the Radiant team is quite ahead at this point in terms of both the gold and EXP chart, but is it a lead that they can be too comfortable with? What do you think?
They are looking in good shape, as Invoker is going to get Telekinesis Ice Path flying in. Invoker is going to die in a flash. They're going to go on the Chen as well. Chen's going to die as well. ALX picks up a double kill. They're going to be able to push in, get the middle tier 2 tower without the Invoker, who is doing so much work for the side of YR. So it's unfortunate he died. They might even push for the racks. If they do that so early on, it'll just be so difficult for YR to defend this. Looks like Telekinesis forward for the Wisp. They trap him in the Ice Path. Another kill being picked up for the side of 4RC. They're looking just in tip-top shape at this stage in the game. They're going to be able to pick up the tier 3 tower. Liquid Fire doing work. That tower doing no damage. And do you know if Liquid Fire even slows down through fortification?
Yes, it does. It slows, but it won't damage. But I want you to watch these claves as that tower go down and say, oh my god. Look at those Raxus. This is so lousy. As every building behind it, I don't even want to watch this Eclipse. No, it's going to watch this Eclipse. It spins and comes right now. But those, just the Manta Illusion, just Illusion Rune itself, enough to clear every single building in that vicinity. That's one Rax down. Curly says, all right, I see another building on the bot lane. Somebody's need to tank a little bit of that and let the Luna do the damage here. As there you go, they see the Wisp, and now they don't see the Wisp because he did.
Yep, he is dead indeed, as they're going to pick up a second Rax, and this is looking close to over. I mean, Wisp is a great hero, but there's only so much that Wisp can do, and unfortunately, they just got pushed too early on. They couldn't get the counter push going, even with the help of the Chen. So GG, well played, is called by Sparta, as they disconnect. The Jordanian team is going to go home. They still have a chance. They can qualify, or they can sign for other qualifiers, but they will be knocked out of this qualifier, and we will have a best of 3 between 4FC and no Tidehunter. Should be extremely exciting to watch. Both teams looking quite strong. So we will be back very, very shortly once everybody disconnects. But yeah, apologies for the stream delay. I actually do not know what happens, because looking at my router, it was fine. Looking at my frame drops, it was fine. So I honestly don't know what's happening.
So what do you want to do?
Um,
Keep it as a channel? Should I stream?
were you freezing at all during that?
The connection between you and I are freezing, but do they actually hear your voice lagging?
No, no voice on my lagging at all.
Okay,
apparently.
then it's probably just me.
It's you.
Okay.
Is it? How is
I
that? Because my Dota 2 screen freezes sometimes. They just sort of fly in the air, so it's weird.
Well, maybe it's just Dota and then me, because...
Usually when I get lags, like, I have a billion frame drops, and this is not the case this time, so I'm just really confused. But I think it might be Dota 2 today. But yeah, just waiting for the final score screen so I can end this recording. But Dag and Jakiro, too good. E-Blade Luna, best stuff.
Too good?
E-Blade Luna. Jakiro tried to freeze the Fountain, could not freeze the Fountain, as Wisp ends a killing spree. So that was the end of the semifinals match. 4SC takes a convincing 2-0 victory. YR looks strong, definitely made Jordanian Dota proud, but unfortunately for them, 4FC is going to move on to the finals versus no Tidehunter. We'll be back very soon for the grand finals. Stay tuned. My co-caster is the Lunas. We are from DotaConTours.com, so thank you for watching, and see you in a bit.